Hello. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about practical tips for foreigners in Uganda. I'm coming to you with 9 years of experience of living here in Uganda and learning things the hard way. And I wanted this kind of information and I couldn't find it before I came here. And so I'm hoping that it helps somebody, at least one person. So today we're going to talk about home visits. This is very important. A lot of missionaries come to Uganda and they want to go play with the cute kids in the orphanage. And so they get on a chartered bus, they go to the orphanage, they play with the kids, they go back to Kampala, they go shopping and they buy some crafts, and then they get on the plane and they go home. And that's all great and fine. And I know the children, appreciate it, and I know they feel good about it. But something that I have learned from being here for such a long time is the value of home visits. When you go into the village and you go visit somebody's home that's made from mud and their floor is dirt, it really means something to them. Because typically people in the villages don't believe that Mzungu, a white person, will ever enter their home. They believe that they're too poor, that because their home is dirt, that no Mzungu would ever step foot in it. And honestly, it's huge, huge blessing. For them, they see God in your visit. And so if you're coming and you're going to be doing ministry here, or you're going to be going touring or whatever, there's some wisdom in getting to know the local people. And I'm not necessarily talking about Kampala, although there's great people in Kampala. Kampala has a lot more exposure to Mzungus or white people. It's a kind of different culture within the country. I'm speaking more of the people that live hand to mouth, in the villages. That are really dependent on you. Like if you go to Sipi Waterfall, which is in eastern Uganda, those people that want to help guide you, that's their living. That's how they put food on the table. And to go and visit somebody's home is a really big deal. And especially here in the area where I live in Mukono district, which is considered central Uganda. I don't live in Mukono is a big town. I don't live in the town. I actually live in the village. And I go and I visit people's homes because I know the impact that it has. So if you're coming to do ministry here, if you're coming to do tourism here, you should really consider taking the opportunity to visit somebody's home, because it's amazing. If you go to their home from the outside, sometimes these homes look like really nice, like they have plaster and everything, but then you step inside and it's nothing but mud walls and mud floor, and very primitive, and it blows your mind, and sometimes the latrine is made of banana leaves out back and sticks, and so for somebody who has to live in that condition, for somebody like you who came from a whole different country, to sit down and talk to them and find out, tell me about where you were born and tell me about your life and how did you end up here. It's such a huge impact to sit there and talk to them, if you're a believer, about Jesus and, how did you get to know God, and tell me how God provides for you and how can I pray for you. It's huge. It's a huge, huge impact. We had a missionary group come and visit, and we had a pre-approved agenda before they got here. And part of it was visiting homes in some surrounding villages. And the leader of the group, she decided she wanted to go shopping instead and left half the group to visit, the men to visit, but the women went shopping. And it was very disappointing for the people because they had prepared, like some of them had bought bread, which is expensive for them, or they had made tea, or they had bought soda. And it was really so hurtful, that they didn't go because they were so excited. So if you get a chance, you should do home visits because it impacts the people. It really makes a huge difference in their life. You don't know what you could say to this person that might change the track that they're on. So personal interaction is really, really important. And I think also, not just that, but to take the time to say, tell me about your life, I think that means something. Because it's not just that you came here to go see the lions, but you want to know about the people. I think that you can see the glory of God in that, and that it leaves an impact instead of just coming and taking, even though you're spending money on the safari or whatever. But to get to know the people means something. It shows that you care, that you care about what's going on in their life. And when you sit down and you talk to these people that live in homes that are made out of mud, right? And it's one room and everybody's in that room and the kitchen is that room and the bedroom is that room. You ask them, well, how is your life? And you know what they tell you? The most positive stuff. That's another thing that's pretty amazing about Ugandans. You go, you talk to them, how's your life? Well, God's got me covered. I can't walk, but I know God's got me covered. And they're so positive. So even though it's a blessing to them that you would go and spend time in their home, it's actually a blessing to you because it will help you to reevaluate even the way that you look at things in life. So I want to encourage you to go and visit people's homes whenever you get a chance, because it will make a difference in their life. And I'm really grateful that we've gotten to talk about this. And what I really want to end with is, again, if it's something you want to do, just message me, because for sure I know lots of places that you could go and safely do that. So be aware, be safe, and enjoy your time in Uganda.